And who knows? When you get going with the flow, he might too. If he were sitting here, he might tell us, I'd go with the flow if it weren't for her.
You might.
We think we'd be having the identical conversation with him. That's why our work is easy. We only have one answer and we tell it to everyone. As you are inappropriate in such and such a way. Your guidance is telling you this thought is not good for you. And you say, well, whether the thought's good for me or not, should I marry this person? And we say, we want you to ask different questions. Rather than what should I do, we want you to follow the thought of your source. And the thought of that source within you is looking for things to appreciate. We know that guidance always sounds like, should I go this way or should I go this way? When you understand that the guidance is about the direction of your thought, and you deliberately choose the better feeling thought, the better feeling thought, the better feeling thought, that what begins to happen is that you get going with the flow so well that questions about what to do answer themselves easily because it is so very obvious what to do. In other words, when you get out of the maelstrom and you begin going with the flow carries you in such a way that you would say to us something more like, Abraham, I really don't give a rip what you think. This is what I'm going to do. The confusion goes away when the resistance goes away. And so, did you get that? It's really an important thing. When you say, well, never mind what I'm going to do. How am I going to think about this? And you choose a better feeling thought, and you do it consistently about any subject, especially this subject. As you do that more and more consistently, what happens is the stream is flowing so smoothly and you are so well placed within it that all of the chaos and confusion from your life lifts from you and you have clarity about what to do. We think you could make a mistake. We think you could make 1,000,000 mistakes. Mm-hmm. We think you already have, if you're alive. Mm-hmm. In other words, that's what the contrast is about. But in everything that you do that makes you go, I shouldn't have done that, you launch greater clarity about what you want, and the larger part of you becomes clearer. So we always say, you can't get it wrong. So there can't really be a mistake. You can't get it wrong, and you never get it done. And the reason you can't get it wrong is because it's never done. So as far as we would go along with human idea of mistake is you can hold yourself temporarily out of the flow. But in the moment you stop doing that, you go with the flow, so no harm done. No harm done. Because the flow doesn't say, we've been flowing and flowing and flowing.